Good evening, welcome to Horses for Courses Day 4 preview. Tonight I have got a relative of Barney Curley, a real life relative. His uncle's Tony Martin, his name is Ali, better known as Don Approach on Twitter. How are you, Ali?
Alright, my cards are going.
I'm good, Paul. We've got the man for Tinport, the only man for Newcastle in London, Pat Mustard.
How we doing, Mick?
I'm good. The fictional milkman strikes again. We've got the man for the Badlands, Max Banner.
How you doing, Mick? You alright?
I'm good, thank you. And we've got the book cooker for Manchester, Jordan Shuker.
How you doing, alright?
I'm good. I'm good. Basically, day 4 of the preview. Basically going to start at the Triumph Hurdle. Pat Mustard, give us your Triumph Hurdle breakdown.
Well, it's a shit race. There's nothing more to say. You've got Def Ida saying there, what 2-1 favourite. If this was a bumper race, it would piss all over these, but it's not. You know, the horse can't jump. How can you back a horse at 2-1 that can't jump in a jumps race? I couldn't back him at 2-1. I think it's 7-1 bar, and at the minute it's ripe for absolute filthy each way bet. I'm not too keen on that many of the Irish ones. I think they're all much of a muchness. But do we know, Mick, is this Divin Bear running?
He may run here, or he may run in Fred Winter.
Well, he's on a mark of 137. I'd be tempted to go for the handicap, but I think as an each way shout, it might be worth a shot. But I know you're not keen on it, Mick. But at 20-1, the only bet I can find is Denari de Zobo each way. But like I say, I just couldn't have the favourite at 2-1 when it's going to hit half the hurdles on the way around.
No, I would agree with you. I'll go to Max Banner. Max, how do you see this race panning out?
Well, really, I agree with most of what Pat said. I mean, I wouldn't have definitely decided the price he is. He's not a really good jumper. And I would slightly worry that he hasn't had a real challenge. Despite winning lots of races, he had no real challenge going into the race. I was all for Charlie Parks, really, before the Adonis run. Slightly worrying that he took a tumble, but I feel as if you watch it again, he was sort of coming close to Master Blue Eyes. Whether he'd have won, I don't know, but given the pretty weakness of this renewal, I wouldn't lose faith in Charlie Parks. And I think, what is he now, around double figures? I think he would be my pick for the race.
Yeah, Alan Martin, or Ali, sorry. You are head of the Charlie Parks fan club, aren't you? How do you see this race going?
Basically, I'm disagreeing with Pat and Max here, and maybe yourself. I think Daffy the Soul, he's unbeaten in 5 starts over hurdles, course winner, powerful traveller, decent turn of foot. And this rating, all right, people are saying that it's he's slightly overrated with a 155, but for me, it's winning the race most years here. I think the Irish form is definitely suspect because they all seem to be beating each other the last few years, the last few months, and I think sometimes you just gotta listen. I think definitely the bat in the race. All right, he is shit, but 2-1. Get off the Freddy till the winner.
Nicely put, Ali. Shooks.
Yeah.
PFN got anything in here?
No. I don't think he has anything at all. Definitely Soul, who's he beat for starters, and yes, he does plough through half his hurdles. I've backed Mega Fortune based on his last run with the cheap pieces on, Davey out in front. I think at the prices, he's the one to be taken. Definitely Soul 7-4, 2-1, whatever he is now. Not for me, and I'm not sure what he has beaten. Whereas last time out, Mega Fortune beat 3-4 last time out winners. Now, I was half interested in Mary Devi as well, but it doesn't look like she goes now after some work this week. Ruby nearly picked her last time ahead of Bapome, so that tells a story in itself, but I don't think she goes after comments this week.
Yeah, it does seem that she's been ruled out.
Yeah.
Not working very well, but there's two in it for me. Duca Dete, if he goes, his form in France, where he actually beat Dreamcatcher by 11 lengths off the levels at Auteuil, sorry, as a 3-year-old. So he's got the form there. I don't know if he's going to turn up, but he's pretty big at that 25-1. And the other one's Landon Hope of Glory. It's going to improve for better ground. It's one on good to firm on the flat. It was gained Denara de Zobo £14. A stone the last time for 11 lengths. He defeated bad ground. I think he'll improve plenty for the better ground if he goes here. The race has. It's hard to put a case for Charlie Parks. He was completely off the bridle, and he's not a great jumper either, I don't think. But he's probably a big price in this race. When you really think about that, at points he was as short as like 72-41 for a Supreme. It just depends how Nicky's got him. If he's got him back and the two of them run here, it'll be interesting to see who's going to ride who. I think Richard Johnson's going to ride Daffy Desoy, but then you've got a pick, Landy Hope and Glory, Charlie Parks for Mark Walsh, I think. He'll probably ride Land of Hope and Glory, but
I think Feely will ride Charlie Parks, won't he?
I think so. But they're the other two I would be looking at prices for each way bets if they do turn up. The next race we've got is the County Hurdle. We will go to that. I'll go to Max Banner first. How do you see this County Hurdle? We've got Ballandy 10-1 favourite, who's probably not going to go here.
Well, I think with most handicaps, I sort of like to know what's running. So I haven't really had a great look at it just as of yet. But briefly, having a quick look on Odds Checker, maybe Air Horse 1. Horse who's in the right direction, winning plenty of races. Could have ran in the Imperial Cup on Saturday, would have carried top weight, but hasn't gone there. So, I just think the way he's going at the moment, I think just having a quick look, he'd be the one for me at the moment.
Excellent. Jordan, how your mate Harry Fry has Air Horse 1. Nearly says Air Force Blue there, for God. It's getting close to the flat boys, I know. But we've got he's got Air Horse 1. He seems to be laid out for this race. Do you see him winning, or do you see anything else going closer?
Well, for starters, I'd backed Tombstone on the back of what Elliot said last week at 12-1. Tombstone goes for the Coral now, so that's out of the window. And looking at the market now, there's North Hill Harvey, Tombstone's going to Coral Cup, Golden Spear runs on Saturday in the Imperial, and
I don't think he does.
Does he not?
No, I think Martin pulled both of his.
Has he? Right, okay.
Not myself, Jordan.
Because he was 4-1 favourite, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Move of the Times, Ballandy both go for the Supreme. So then you're looking Mick Jazz, Winter Escape, maybe. I'd be quite interested in Winter Escape at the minute. Looking at the prices now, it's 16s. Hasn't ran since the November handicap at Cheltenham, that North Hill Harvey one.
Greatwood.
Yeah, Greatwood. He hasn't won since Greatwood, and apparently he was sick after that. So whether he's been laid out for this since, I'm not sure. But it's 16s, and looking at the front of the market, there's no one else there who's probably going to run who I'd fancy, to be honest.
I'll put it to Ali. Ali, who do you like in here, or do you have any opinion?
Handicaps on me, Mick.
I give it your handicaps are.
Jordan's got a wee bit of a point with Winter Escape because when I looked at the market on Monday, he was sitting at 20s. So he's been nibbled at from Monday. His best price, I think, at 16s today.
Yeah.
I don't know much about those other outfits. They're probably a bit bigger, but the ones you can get a bet with anywhere around about 16s. But to me, looking at this race, the last 10 years, 5-year-olds have won it 5 times. Favourites have not got a great record on it. And I'm looking at a big one, kind of a horse that I've followed for the last season. All Black de Plazas, 33-1.
Oh, is this an A. Martin special?
Yeah, it is. He's been plotting it out all week.
I've been planting a few seeds, but then I'm hearing it definitely runs Friday. And then Jack Layton was actually saying the other day that Patrick Mullins gave it a good mention, and I think it was a Racing Post podcast. But then I was hearing other things that so I don't know, but I think a 33-1 going on his form last year. His form ties in with quite a few of the likes of, is it Let's Dance?
I think so, yes.
Dance on Gorbachev, Ivanich Gorbachev.
Ivanovich Gorbatov, yeah.
Yeah. So looking at that, I think he's a 5-year-old, so he's he's 5, yeah. Definitely 33-1. That would be my age way playing the race.
Were you counting that on your fingers there, Ali?
He'd have only got to 4 if he was counting on his fingers. Patrick, the milkman, how have you broke down this race? Who you got?
Yeah, well, I think with these handicaps at Cheltenham now, you need at least a grade 2 horse, borderline a grade 1 horse to be winning them, I think. And you've got a few in them in here, obviously. The one that sticks out is Brilliant. Obviously, it's hard because Gordon Elliott isn't going to win all these handicaps. But you just look at his form the last twice. He's been, what was it, third in the Deloitte Novice Hurdle. And then before that, he was in that grade 1 at Christmas. He was second at Saturnas there. So I just think, that's rock solid form. He's never run a bad race. I think a mark of 143 could be very, very fair, I think. The one I'm petrified about, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, is Peace and Co. Now, if he'd come back to his best, he could make a mockery of this field on a mark of 144. But if you were backing him, you would just be completely guessing because no one's got a clue what sort of form he's in. I don't know what the vibes are like, but again, you're just having a complete guess. For me, do we know why? Does Tombstone definitely not go here?
It's not definite, but the market saying he's going Coral Cup. It's 5-1 now for the Coral.
I think he'd definitely be interesting if he pitched up here. I know Mick doesn't think he's well in, but there's plenty of reasons to think that he is. But in absence of that, I'd say if Brilliant doesn't go for one of the grade 1s earlier in the week, I'd say he'd be a good bet in this.
I don't think he is well, but I think he's going to go to the Coral, and I think that's a better race for him, being over the extended distance. But
I can see that, yeah.
I kind of agree with Peace and Co as well. He's coming from being rated 157 down to 144 for being pulled up in the champion hurdle. That's a stone, basically. He's going to have in hand.
And we know Nicky, he can get them right off a long layoff. But like I say, it would worry me how he ran. Like even before the champion hurdle last season, he just didn't look the same horse. But if he did come back to his sort of novice season, then that will put him in with a big shout here.
if it goes back to his juvenile where he won the Triumph, he's won 2 out of 4 starts at Cheltenham. So that's kind of what draws me to Peace and Co. And the other one's Ivan Grozny. If he goes here, he's only got 1 exit at Cheltenham. He's kind of a rogue, Ivan Grozny. He absolutely hacked up at Aintree last year. He may just not like Cheltenham because he was 8 for 26 against Superb Story, and then he came out and hacked up against the same type of field at Aintree. So he would be one I'd be looking at as well if he goes here. He has got a bit of class. If he puts it all in, he is a definite contender. And Albert Bartlett. Ali, we'll let you go for Albert Bartlett.
Who's favourite for this year? Do you know, Nick?
Okay, and we've got Death Duty at 5-2, West Approach, Holstone, Augusta Kate, Bacardi's.
That Death Duty's a bad horse. It's no chance.
I knew you were going to do that. I absolutely knew it. So how do you break down the race then, Alan?
West Approach at the press impressed me last night, or the last time running against. You know what I mean, Harry? Now, I think, what was he getting? He was getting, was it £6?
He did get weight for him. He did. He got £6.
£6, yeah. No, I'm only joking. Listen, there's no point messing about here. You've seen you've heard everything that Gordon said about Death Duty. You know, as soon as the name's mentioned, you can see the glow in his eye. He's already said it's the best novice hurdler that he's had at this stage of his career. Definitely held in the highest regard. I've been banging on about this horse since I don't know when.
July, Ali.
July, when you've kicked. Honestly, I don't know how many tweets I've seen. Wednesday, Death Duty running for Willie Mullins.
The thing is, he's got the class. I watched him run in the bumper at Down Royal, and a few people are saying about the ground. Will he handle the, slightly better ground? And to me, that day that he won the bumper at Down Royal, he didn't beat much, but the ground wasn't as bad as described, in my opinion. So I think for it, and I've always said the further the better. So there's no point messing about. Death Duty wins by half the track, and the only saving grace for it is that the racing blogger's gone and he possibly not be on it all.
Listen, Ali, are you worried about Augusta Kate giving it a race or not?
Absolutely not. Nothing. I'm forgetting about the rest.
I'm forgetting about
Gordon Elliott, he's hit the crossbar in this race. I think he's had 2 seconds and 3/3 of him. This is a winner for him. So
the winner.
That's in the rest. That's it. Forget about them. Death Duty, 5-2. Fill your boots.
That's it. Max Banner, how do you see this race going?
We can't argue with Death Duty. The best form in the book. He's done nothing wrong this season, but I think it actually looks a fairly above average renewal of the Albert Bartlett. So, you're looking at others in the race, like the Holstone, Monolly, the World's End, Constantine Bay. There are some nice types in there, and the Albert Bartlett is a sort of race that can throw up a few shocks. So, I'd be looking elsewhere, to be honest. We've watched one of those 4 I've mentioned. I'm not quite sure, but I'd be happy to take him on, to be honest.
Pat, the milkman.
Yeah, Death Duty for me as well. I think it's an absolute certainty. But you could make a case for Augusta Kate last time, but I think it takes a certain type of horse to win over this Albert Bartlett. I think it's one of the most grueling races of the festival, and for a filly to do that, I just couldn't see a filly winning this. So for that reason, Death Duty, I think it's an absolute good thing.
Shooks, how do you see this going?
Yeah, same. Boring, but yeah, same again as Pat and Ali. Elliot, don't get like this about anyone, and for him to come out in all these previews about how confident he is he'll win tells a story, I think. So, however, I have backed West approaching this as well at decent prices, but his runs behind Holstone at Cheltenham, does he fancy a battle up the hill? Probably not. If I was going to take Death Duty on, I'd go with Holstone because he's exactly what you need in Albert Bartlett. He'll grind. His jumping's a bit sloppy, but if I was to take him on, I'd go Holstone. But if you had a winner all week, then you're piling into Death Duty on the Friday.
Gordon, are you worried about Weston Davies' form at the minute? Because I haven't been watching much at the minute, but he hasn't. What is it? He hasn't had a winner in 30 runners.
Who's that?
Tuesday, Weston Davies.
He'll not have a winner in 30 runners at the festival either.
I know we're going off record, but did you not mention the new one for the champion hurdle the other day?
It's an absolute certainty. Get all your money on it.
Right. For me, the only two dangers to Death Duty are Holstone, because he'll just keep going to the end. He'll just grind and grind and grind. And Tin Soldier.
Yeah.
Hi, Mick. That's what I was going to ask you. Does he have Albert Bartlett?
I think he's going to run in the Albert Bartlett.
Surely not.
I know
he's going for a handicap, Mick.
Yeah, that's
he's
right.
quite
That's what I
Martin
see.
Pipe, I reckon,
In the Martin
I think.
Pipe as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he'll go there.
Yeah.
Patrick Mullins put him up for the Albert Bartlett. I don't know what to read into that. See, wherever he goes, he'll be no far away. He's just a pig. He's lazy. He just doesn't want to know. He has won over 3 miles before.
It's no wonder you like him, the Mick.
He's just like he's just like see that the last 8 furlongs. He looked beat turning in to Moulin Avant and Champion Classic. He was off the bridle first. He looked beat and he won easy.
Sure, we all ended up cleaned out and you end up winning.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that happened. But it was just I thought, like, see when he was coming round the top bend, I thought to myself, I said, I'm logging off this Twitter. Time's going to have that winner. And then Walsh he managed to get him. He ended up he won by a length, but it was quite cosy at the end.
The thing is though, Mick, you say it was cosy enough, but Death Duty absolutely hammered Moulin Avant and having another hurdle.
And I think he was giving them weight, Pat.
No, that might be right. Aye.
Well, Tin Soldier gave Moulin Avant weight as well, but it's just where he's going to go each way. If he goes there each way, you're getting there's 25 to 1 available on him each way.
If you want an each way, back Monolith. He wasn't far behind Death Duty.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So he's
think
definitely the one. But anyone trying to take Death Duty on are the ones who've missed the price and don't fancy piling in now.
I don't think I'm even going to have a bet in that race, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've said that for long enough. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. But
Bollocks.
Unless Tin Soldier turns up.
Tin Soldier, give over.
Bet it each way.
Hello, Max.
Yeah.
Max, I know you're a wee bit of you can poke out at one of the big price, but can you see anything out of the top 4 or 5 in the betting maybe sneaking in?
Well, like I've said, I think Holstone, as you've said, like just grinds it out. There's nothing wrong so far. And then Monolith as well, and obviously Death Duty's already beaten him, but he looks like he'll stay all day as well. And even the World's End for Tom George is just nothing to improve over time. I mean, like I'm saying, I think he's a worthy favourite, but it's a strong renewal. And as for Mick,
I get all that. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking, is there anything at a big price? Maybe double figures anywhere that you've had a look at?
I think isn't that the World's End about 16s?
World's End.
Constantine Bays another one is about 16s, is he not? He won. He battled nicely at Doncaster last time.
Yes, Henderson's horse.
Yeah.
That's a fair shout, that Max, actually.
Definitely. Yep.
Yeah, he's as big as 20-1. I mean, it could be worth an each way.
Yeah.
So we've all kind of agreed Death Duty's going to win unless the Racing Bogart comes back for the dead.
He sent a tweet out the other day, and I tried my best to get him off it. I told him it's no.
On to the big one now, the Gold Cup. Max Banner, I'll let you take away the Gold Cup.
For me, it's Native River. There's something a little bit Denman-esque about the way he's won his races. Obviously, winning the Hennessy off top weight. I'm not saying he's another Denman, but something similar. I like the way he grinds him out. He's a battler, Welsh national off top weight. Won nicer at Newbury last time. Again, I think it's a weak renewal, a weak Gold Cup. I like Q-Card, don't get me wrong, but age isn't on his side. And I'm not sure he's a horse he was. I think his time was last year. And I just really think Native River, there's not a lot not to like. And I think he is the one who will win. Fingers crossed.
So we've got Native River for Max. Jordan, who you got in this race?
I'm on at the minute. I'm on Bristol Demise from months ago. It about 50 something on the exchange.
For crying out loud!
What's up with it? What?
Bristol Demise. Pat, I'll tell you. What chance has that got, Pat? What chance has Bristol Demise got?
Oh, fucking no chance.
He's gonna say that, isn't he? Every time.
Sorry, Shrix, on you go.
So, but you can say that, but that win at Haydock.
The race fell apart. The race completely fell apart.
Definitely Red and Otago Trail have come out and won easily in both their races in decent handicaps as well. So,
how do you explain away Black Hercules beating it last year? It was an absolute dog.
So we've got Bristol Demise. What else do you like in their shoots?
Do you know what? I have no idea at the minute. Jackadam. If I was forced to have a bet now, I'd probably back Jackadam, but he's best price 4s now. I'm just seeing on here. So, do you want to be backing Jackadam at 4s? Probably not.
Some of them still got Thistlecrack in at 64 and 13-8. And what's going on here, man? 888 Sports got him in at 46.
But can't be having Champagne West. Size and John, did he prove he stays last time? Not sure, because they went a plod and then a sprint finish. So does he really stay 3 miles? And it's 3 miles too up the hill. So I'm not so sure.
Alan, we have your favourite horse in here, Stafford Duru.
I don't know where this is coming from, by the way.
I know you've backed him for Albert Bartlett last year, even though he's in the Gold Cup.
An internal joke that I know nothing about.
This is from months ago. This,
but the joke's on Al. Yeah.
So, Al, who do you like?
I'm thick-skinned here.
Who do you like in this race, Al?
I haven't had a bet in this race yet, but I can see where people are coming from with Jackadam. Second to last 2 years. But my problem with him, and I've said to yourself, Nick, he hasn't won a Grade 1 over 3 mile or over. He's yet to win one. So that's the reason why I didn't back him last year. So he may win. I know I'm only saying the obvious, what everybody else already knows. He's got better prep this year. We've all heard that. But I just can't have him. Q-Card, I think he would bring the house down if he won the race. But it seems like probably Sprinter Soccer last year winning the Champion Chase. I think you need to forget about the King George form, because obviously he didn't run to form there with Conti and the rest of them finishing, it was like bunch, second, third, fourth. But the thing is, Max, I think I'm agreeing with Max. I think Native River is probably always favourite again. he probably looks the most likely winner. But surely anybody's back in Native River, they have to have a few quid on Manila Rocco each way, just because of the form of the 4 miler last year. I know Manila Rocco hasn't had a great prep coming up yet, but I think it's 16-1. I think each way he's probably the bet at the minute.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I do like Manila Rocco. I would be worried that obviously he hasn't competed in his last twice.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I think it's just worse. I'm just thinking at the prices, but comparing the both of them, I think if you're betting Native River, I think it would have a few quid as as Jordan usually has a saver.
You're a fucking idiot. Fuck off.
Here, can you guess what I backed last year in this?
Don Cossack.
No,
Lord Windermere.
no.
Colin Fudlock.
Carlin
Here,
Furlock.
I backed Dom Poley each way, right, on the day. I thought it was an each way bet to nothing, but it was probably the luckiest one I ever had. You know when I found out it was third?
After the Grand Annual.
No, it was when Cooper was lifting the trophy. That's when I found out he passed the line.
For crying out loud. Pat, you are a Carlin Furlock fan.
I am. Far too big.
Has he been taken out the race, Carlin Furlock?
Yeah, he's not in.
Oh,
He's not
you're
even in
joking.
it,
Gutted.
Oh,
Never
there'll
mind.
be Canary Wharf is safe for another year.
He's not in.
Not in at all.
No.
National,
Sure,
innit?
you had a core whack on him at Christmas, Pat, didn't he?
Aye. Went for the big bucks.
Went for the big bucks, ended up on Super Noodles. Pat, who wins the race for you, pal?
Well, but for me, the most likely winner is Cheltenham. I just couldn't get that excited about backing him 4-1. But the more I look at it, I think, look, he was 92 to beat Don Cossack last year. There isn't any Don Cossack in here, and he's 4-1 to beat this lot. So when you look at it like that, it's probably not that bad of a price. I can definitely see the case for Native River after the Welsh National. I thought he looked a proper Gold Cup horse. The only reservation I've got with him is, if you remember last year in the 4 mile, I thought they
Outpaced.
I backed him in the 4 miler and coming like between 4 out and the bottom of the hill, he just threw the race away. You know, he just never travelled. He seemed to get even a bit outpaced in the 4 miler. But I think if he guns from the front this year, he's obviously got a much better chance. So Cheltenham's the most likely winner for me. As a bet now, I can't see him winning, but I think to hit the frame, Dom Paul each way at 16s.
Bristol Demai 2, Pat, yeah?
Definitely not. Listen, do they do like lay him for the top 5 or something on Betfair? You can do that.
For the top 5.
There's an interesting stat about as well that I read it last week. It was something about horses that have never won previously in Britain have a really poor record in the Gold Cup. So that's another thing for quite a few there.
Is that right?
Yeah. I know stats, maths, whatever you call them, but it's still something that I read that it's in the memory bank somewhere, but I can't recall everything of it.
What, so Irish horses that have never won in Britain?
Irish horses who have never won previously in Britain that are like to Cheltenham, I think St. John's.
St. John, yeah. Outlander.
Outlander. Making their debuts or not their debuts, but maybe their second or third starts in Britain, but have never won previously. A really poor record.
The Dons won. The Dons won a good few times.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Yeah, but he won. I think he won at entry before.
Yeah, beat Manny Clowes.
Yeah.
I've got
Don Foley.
Yes. People.
Don Polly. He's won the Martin Pike, didn't he?
But here, he won in Cheltenham before.
Yeah.
Twice won the RSA as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
The one I've got 2. Cheltenham, obviously. Gold Cup form. He was beat by Coney Gray by a length and a quarter, and he's been beat by Don Cossack by 4. To be honest, there is nothing in this race as good as him.
If he runs up to those 2, he wins. It's as simple as that.
I've been saying that for as long as like everything in that the top 10 in the betting all had there was like questions about him, and there's not one of them actually made it to the festival apart from Jackadan. The others for me is more of that. Like he loves Cheltenham. He's starting to run a bit better. He's had his wind up. You're only betting against him that he doesn't bleed. If he doesn't bleed,
Did he
then
bleed last year in the RSA?
I did.
Yeah, did you? Yeah.
It
Was
broke
that
out.
the first time, or did he bleed before that again?
He bled in that. He bled against Josie's Hill, and then he had had 2 breathing ups, one before the Lexus and one before Leopardstown Gold Cup, the Irish Gold Cup. So he's had these breathing ups and everything like that as well. He's starting to run much better.
I think more of that could run a good race too, Mick, to be honest. Especially like last time, I know he fell, but he was possibly coming to win that day. So I wouldn't rule out more of that running a decent race. I think I agree, Mick.
Yeah, especially at Cheltenham. Betway's got him. That can't be right. Betway's got him at 66-1.
Nah.
But you're lucky if you get paid out by them anyway. So
Here, that's why I don't mention any of them cowboy outfits.
Cowboy. We've done the Gold Cup. Now we're on to the Fox Hunter. Does anybody see you on the fringe getting beat here?
I'll take him on because I would anyway. Possibly ask the Weatherman. Good point form. Won nicely. I think it was at Wincanton last time. I think he looks the most credible opponent to on the fringe. So I think he'd be one I'd back. But I think on the fringe he's going to be pretty tough to beat, to be honest.
Is that Lance Armstrong riding Pasha de Polar again?
No, unfortunately, no. If she was riding, I'd back Pasha de Polar. But shoot, you're the Paul Nicholls man. Who's his best chance? Wonderful challenge.
Do you know what? It might sound harsh, terrible, but I have absolutely no interest in this race, to be honest. But if I was to, Wonderful Charm.
Oh, here we go.
Hey?
Here we go.
Wonderful Charm is still rated about 150. So at the prices, I'd probably back him, but he needs good ground and nothing less.
Good ground and nothing less for him.
Yeah, but I haven't had a bet, and I probably won't. I'll probably leave it all together.
See, Gordon Elliott has got one in here. First time it's going to be running for him. Our man Messini. It's interesting. It's just only ever ran in points. It's been at like over the last maybe year or so. I used to run at Market Raising, Plumpton and things like that. Prices where Pat Mustard would go to see Tony McCoy, but it's funny that he's moved to Gordon Elliott and he's going to have his first run for him in here. But it's a race I didn't like backing. I backed Pasha de Polar last year just for the sake he was too big in price. You're going to get a decent price on him again, 14s, 16s. If you think that somebody can ride him better than Pendo, then he might have a chance.
Yeah, I could see that angle, Mick. There was one, if you go back and watch the Fox Hunters from last year, Up Charlie, he was coming with the run and he sort of stumbled a little bit coming round the bend. And he sort of ran on. I think he finished 6th or 7th. But I think his reappearance this year was very good. Was it a Punchestown? He won well. I think at 20-1, he could have a good chance at hitting the frame. But on the fringe, he'll be winning this, really.
Alan, do you fancy anything here?
Well, I haven't got a massive opinion on the race at the minute.
That'll make a change.
On the fringe is going to be one of the Irish bankers for the week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Is your Pat? Is your uncle had word the one that's into the ploughing? He had word for on the fringe.
Grand.
Yeah, he's piling, absolutely piling.
That was some coup, that.
What the ploughing
Grand.
championships?
Yeah,
What do we got? 8-1.
8-1.
And the Macra too far.
But here, if Dave on the Fringe does win, can you imagine Hugh Carden on the Fringe winning on the same day?
Oh, no, I couldn't imagine Q Card winning.
Q Card will not win.
I know, but just in general, if it did, just say for talk's sake, it didn't happen, they'd have to build a new stand at top of the roof. It'd come off.
I'd have to buy a new telly.
Q
But here,
It'd be gone.
once again, everybody said it in every preview, on every one horse turn.
You're breaking up, Alan.
Can you hear me?
Go closer to your phone or your iPad.
He's putting 10p's in instead of 20.
is that you done to the last 10s, 20s in the
I'm
post?
short change.
Right.
I don't want to go into the pound yet.
Okay, biting them to make sure they're real before they go in.
Yes. But no, but every podcast or everything we've heard, every Cheltenham preview is that On the Fringe has had a great seasonal debut. Perfect setup for this race. Now the only thing is, I was thinking as well, he's a 12-year-old now too, so could he throw in the towel like Shane did for David Hay on Saturday night?
It could do. It could do.
As I say, and he's 6-4. I have no idea what I'll bet on a day. But it was some ole if he does win.
Led at the front by yourself.
Possibly, but I don't know. I'll not know until
After the race.
what happened in the Albert Board first,
We'll go to the Martin Pipe.
Oh, here, sorry, here. But at the prices, I think I would back probably Oscar Weatherman each way. I'll tell you a quick story about Wonderful Charm.
Right, come on. Gaze one then.
Remember going to Down Royal a few years ago, thinking he was an absolute certainty for the Grade 2 mile 4 race. Al didn't know that there was a fucking Don Cossack in the race. So let's just say that Al went to the race in that day in a bus, and it's a good job that
he got a return ticket.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Ali, there's nothing that ever surprises me about you.
No, that was a no-shoe job, basically.
onto the Martin Pipe. We've got your favourite. We've got a horse named after you. It's favourite, Alan. The storyteller. The storyteller. We've got him in. Do you fancy anybody in here?
Tell you what, the Charlie haven't got a great record in this race.
Oh.
I think there's only one in the last 10 years of one. I don't know, might be wrong, but that's what I've found out.
One what, Ali?
One favourite, one jolly.
There goes the racing blogger. Whatever he's just tacked up in the last 3 is gone in this.
Now, it seems that Willie's won the race 3 times in the last 10 years. Paul Nicholls has won it twice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Brio Conti, maybe a 12-1, could be an each way bet again.
Well.
I think it seems 5 and 6 year olds have a good record in the race. They've dominated the last 10 years. So Brio Conti could be one for Paul Nicholls, 6 or 12-1. Sorry.
He's about 12-1. Is Uncle Tony not got none in this race? No. I shot the sheriff.
I'll not know. I'll tell you in maybe Monday.
2 minutes before the race.
Golden Spears in this.
Golden Spear. Uncle Tony's got a few. You'll need to get the inside. You need to get the inside info there. Sure, it's Brio Conti. You're the Paul Nicholls man. Has he got a chance?
I think Ali's the Paul Nicholls man after tonight. But yeah, to be fair, Nicholls put Brio Conti up about a month ago. But it just depends whether he gets in. I'm not sure where he sits on the list at the minute. Looking on odds checking out, Mick, your man Tin Soldiers see a blue, so I reckon.
This is a race that I thought.
Yeah, there's
That's
not.
what I was going to ask you, Mick, about.
Yeah.
Because
Tin Soldier.
backed them last year, yeah.
Yeah, there's not a chance he goes Albert Bartlett.
No.
Now Lat Fontana's in here, but he's too old now. You need
I totally agree.
looking at this 5 or 6 year old, but because his last run wasn't bad at all. He just got tired over 3 miles. So
He ran. He was he fourth at the Tour at Punchestown one year as well?
Lat Fontana.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have been. He won. Did he win the county 2000?
Punchestown 2014.
Yeah, he won the county, didn't he?
Did he not win a novice race at Aintree as well? Like,
Yes.
McCoy rode him.
Yeah, he did, Max. But looking at this, no comment. No comment if he goes here.
Yeah.
He's been backed as well today. He's blue all the way across here.
This I've had one horse in my phone for absolute months, and whatever handicap this runs in, I'm gonna absolutely pile in.
Yeah, well,
it's gonna be one of my bets of the week.
I have to confirm that Pat has been banging on about this for months.
Get 12s, 14s in a place, Pat.
Yeah, people. This is a horse I beat Monolene in a Punchestown bumper. Like, this isn't 133 or whatever it is, 137 rated horse. It's just wait until the handbrakes let off, and yeah, really fancy it.
He's been running in little shitty novice races at Plumpton,
Fucking
Fontwell.
Plumpton, yeah.
See, Pat, I thought you'd have went for the two that are named after yourself, Jordan the Champs and It's a Freebie.
Well,
I thought you'd have been in for one of they two. I thought you'd have definitely been in for It's a Freebie in this.
But listen, well, I mean, do we think no comment will get a run in this? It needs it needs about 20 to come out, does it?
No comment?
Yeah.
I know it should be fine there. It's not far down. Livingstone 2. It's not far down the list.
It's 43 ahead of it, mine, Mick.
Well, it just depends what comes out.
Jordan, looking at next year, Brio Conti needs a fair few to come out as well, doesn't he?
I don't think Brio Conti will get a run.
No.
He's
just looking at it now, yep. I think no comment is probably a good chance spot.
No comment.
I think it'll get in. I think it will get in, no comment.
Here, is Timmy Rowley in the race?
Oh, don't you start with that.
Timmy Rowley doesn't exist.
It does exist, but just no winning. It exists in it's Manu wallpaper. I've like got coral wallpaper that's like all the betting slips and like half of them's Timmy Rowley. I'm only joking, Al. That's a shot. Never ever gaze a bad.
I was in the bar on Saturday and I had to actually level the table up with a few of the slips.
Max, do you like anything in here?
I've had a quick look, and I think it's your horse for the Albert Bartlett, Tin Soldier. We know Mullins. We know Mullins has a decent record in the Martin Pie. 5 and 6 year olds have dominated, so he fits that bill in that regard. So if there has been blue for him on Odds Checker, then all the better. So just having a quick look, it would be Tin Soldier for me.
Oh well, if you're a guy part of Tin Soldier, I've actually picked out another Mullins one for this. Albon Photo. I don't know if he's going to run here, but it won very easily against one. I think it was the one that beat.
It was another Mullins horse, wasn't it?
I think it actually beat the one that actually beat Timmy Rowley. I can't quite.
Did he not beat a Mullins horse in High Clear Silks?
Oh, he may have.
I can't remember what it's called. I don't know what it's called. An ex-French recruiter, I think, but I don't know what it's called.
I think he actually did, Max. I can't. Is that at the races? Is that bad? It doesn't actually have. It doesn't actually have album photos for him up. You click on it, it's only got a third.
Album. Is this Photobomb?
Photobomb.
Yeah, it was called Mick. It was called Caro Des Floss. The horse it beat.
Yeah, that's it.
Or Dave
that's-
lost.
That is it. I think that is Dave. I think it was impressive that day when he won. He should have won. I think he was about 49. But they two, Tin Soldier and him, would be the two I'd be looking at to back in there. I wouldn't back it as a freebie. I just think that he's been relatively poor and he was chasing. I can't back.
He's going to run in the novice handicap on the first day, I think.
I think so.
He won't
I
be
can't
running
back.
hurdles.
I can't back Kustar Savola because Sam Lee would have backed that, and I can't really back that after he's backed it.
Run for Dave. Elliott's put him up a couple of times, and he's an half decent novice.
He has actually run for Dave.
He's all right. 16, 20 to 1.
It looks an actual decent. It looks very competitive, the Martin Pipe there. It all depends who's going to ride what as well. That's also a big, huge factor in it.
Yep. Very true, Mike.
Until we find out who's going to ride what. But you'd imagine if Run for Dave, imagine Jamie Codd's going to ride Run for Dave. Wouldn't you?
What's he called? On the Storyteller.
Oh, aye, that's right.
Donald Myler.
Donald Myler's on the Storyteller.
Yeah. See, I know he's short and he's a favourite, but with him on as well.
I couldn't back him. I don't know.
No, I agree. I couldn't back him. Not a chance. Not at fours in something like this. But
We'll all be sick. We'll all be sick when Lizzie Kelly hacks up on Kustar Savola and Sam Lee's on at 66s. That'll take us to the Grand Annual. The getting out stakes, or if you're Alan Martin, your first bet for next year. I only like one in here, which is called, I forgot the name of it, Velvet Maker. I quite like him. He had a decent return this year. I think he's been set up for this race, but I'll go to you, Shooks. Who do you like in here? Dodging Bullets, the ex-champion chaser.
I'm going to have something on him, aren't I?
You're going to have to.
I can't leave it. It's 14 to 1 in a minute.
It's a decent weight. With,
Hey?
The weight's pretty good if the rest stay in.
Yeah, but what if you look at side of Grugy ain't going.
Ah, true. Yep.
So there's £6 on everyone's back.
Yeah.
Ballycasey probably won't run. There's another £2.
Yeah.
And do you know what? God, the Victoire probably won't run in this. So
You're probably right. Oh, we've got Eastlake, our old favourite Eastlake. He could imagine Eastlake gone off top weight. He could actually go off top weight Eastlake for a handicap.
Vanity.
Oh God, it's a messy race, isn't it?
Oh, throw a dart. Dodging Bullets, Vanity, Rock the World.
I've got one I really fancy in this. Like, very strongly.
The fictional milkman give us your horse and why it's going to win.
Le President. So it's on a mark of 146. I mean, this is a horse that's beat Lammy Surge. It ran in a I think it was an Arkle trial at Cheltenham early in the season. Won well. Beat one of Nicky Henderson's and a few that are entered in this. I think it got bogged down in the ground at Sandown last time. It was soft ground and it didn't jump very well. I think a bit of better ground around Cheltenham, I could see it going very, very close. And McManus has got a good record in this, hasn't he? He's always got one there or thereabouts. So the President for me.
He's got absolutely no chance.
Bollocks.
If he had a chance, the book cooker would have.
Well, you're backing the horse in this. What was beat 20 lengths in the race last year?
I know, but the book cooker would have put a Nichols horse up if it's had a chance. Definite. But do you think should have put that up if
No, because I've said Dodging Bullets, but that's more loyalty rather than what I actually think.
Well, geez, what you actually think. Come on.
I haven't really looked at it in detail, but looking at it now, Eh?
That's a cliff horse.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones if he wins and you're not on, you're sick.
Oh yeah. I completely agree. But looking at now, Rock the World, I'd back Rock the World at the minute. Looking at the prices, he's 14, 16s as well, so not too bad. But Vaniteer as well.
It's definitely tricky.
Vaniteer's had Paul Maloney on all year, so no wonder he's only won one race.
It'll take a good few races to get Paul Maloney off his back.
Tell you what, I think I backed him a good few times this year too.
Alan, what do you like in this?
Listen, when it comes to this race, you're in big trouble if you need this to get out of it.
That's
Serious
true.
trouble. Serious trouble. At a quick glance, maybe the game changer. The Duvon last year, 20-1. I don't even know if he's running on it, but the 150, 11, 10. I think the game changer.
Max Barrow, who do you like here?
I haven't had a great look, but I actually agree with Pass. I quite like the Prezien. Like he said, he's got that course form when he beat. Some plan fell when challenging, but if we look at how some plans ran since, he's done the form, plenty of good. No doubt Nichols having prime for it. So yeah, I think just having a quick look, I actually quite like the Prezien. Sorry, Mick.
Excellent. That should really be about us. What I've got to do now is we've got our sponsors, Alba Fightwear. They are going to sponsor charity bets for us. So what I need is one for you, Pat, for the Friday, for the charity bet.
I'll go for Le Prezien in the last race.
Le Prezien Shooks.
I'll go with Mega Fortune in the Triumph.
Mega Fortune in the Triumph.
Yeah.
Alan.
It's gotta be Death Duty.
Alan's putting up 94 fives. Alan.
Here, we're trying to make money here, aren't we? We're not trying. We're charity. We're not pissing it away.
Max.
Native River for the Gold Cup.
Native River. So what does that leave me? That leaves me a choice between. Oh God, what did I go last for? I've got the Fox Killers, the Martin Pipe. I came up Tin Soldier. We'll put Tin Soldier up and the Martin Pipe, and that'll be the 5, which isn't too bad. If you win, you get the charity. Will get about 35 quid, and I'll get 2.5 million. No, I would like to thank Leslie and Darren for doing that. They're going to sponsor us all year now and keep things like this going. So they're just a new company starting up. Go and follow them at Alba Fightwear on Twitter. And that's really about it. I'd like to thank Alan Martin for his time. Thank you, Ali.
No worries.
You take it easy. No more coops, nothing like that.
No, definitely not.
Max Banner, I'd like to thank you for your time. Thanks very much.
No worries, Mick. Good to be a part of it.
No problem. Thanks to the fictional milkman, Pat Mustard.
Cheers, Mick. Thanks for having me on.
And the book cooker, Jordan Cooker.
Cheers, mate. Nice one.
And that should be us. If everybody would like to subscribe to the page, and you'll get links up to us when we're starting. And that's us for now.